Ever wonder if you're the only one writing without an outline? Good news, you're in some seriously impressive company. Today, we're uncovering 5 best-selling authors who throw out the outline and dive headfirst into the unknown. First, let's set the scene and show you just how many legendary writers break the so-called writing rules. Because discovery writing isn't just for rebels, it's a time-honored tradition. Need proof? Just look at Stephen King, Nora Roberts, Margaret Atwood, Neil Gaiman, and George R.R. Martin. So many of their iconic books began without a rigid plan. But this video isn't about rehashing the same old names. This video is about introducing you to fresh and unexpected discovery writers. Get ready to meet your new writing role models who prove that success doesn't require following a detailed plan. First up, we have Diana Gabaldon, author of the Outlander series. Diana is known for blending genres like historical romance with fantasy. She has 9+ bestsellers and a hit TV show to boot. But Diana's not a planner. She writes scenes as she sees them, often weaving in new research as she goes. I like to think of her as the ultimate literary time traveler, jumping from scene to scene. This is how books evolve for me. I see things here and there, and I write them, and then many other things gradually come about because of those anchors, I suppose you could call them. I do what research I seem to need in the writing of those bits, and then invariably find things in the research that stimulate other scenes, either directly or indirectly connected. So next time you feel lost, just channel your inner Gabaldon and time jump to the next exciting moment. Waltzing in next is Sarah J. Maas, the reigning queen of romantasy and a favorite of Book Talk. She's written over 15 smash hit novels and admits she's a total pantser when writing for fun, even if her publisher demands an outline. When I'm writing just for the hell of it, I'm a total pantser. I usually have a pretty thorough idea in my head of the major plot points of the story, but I make up a lot of stuff spur of the moment too. I guess you could say I'm both, plotter and pantser, though I think my default setting is pantser. Basically, she's proof you can be both organized and a little chaotic and still build fantasy worlds worth swooning over. Now, confession time. What about you? Are you team discovery or team outline? Or maybe a bit of both? Drop your answer in the comments below. I want to know who's watching. No judgment here. We're all on the same creative roller coaster. Buckle up next for Rebecca F. Kuang, author of The Poppy War and Babel, who doesn't even pretend to follow a neat plan. She calls her process chaotic, no outline, no planning. She writes whatever scene fires her up, sometimes wildly out of order, and shapes things later. I'm closer to the pantser side than the plotter side. I can only write when I'm really feeling it, when I'm super excited about the interaction that I'm describing. I read somewhere that the better word for pantsers is discovery writers, because we figure out what excites us about a scene when we're in it. I guess you could think of the whole first draft as like a massive brainstorming session, but it doesn't become a book until the 3rd or 4th draft. Does your first draft feel messy? Rebecca proves that sometimes it's just the beginning of an award-winning story. Now let's meet Laini Taylor, master of YA fantasy, whose process feels like a journey through uncharted waters. By far, most of my stories arise from the writing of scenes, from being inside the scene with the characters and letting things happen. The storytelling process ends up feeling to me like swimming from buoy to buoy, with each buoy being a story beat I have to reach. Once I do, I can cling to it for a while and catch my breath. Then, when I'm ready, I strike out swimming for the next buoy. I've learned to have faith in this process. Laini's approach is about trusting the adventure, letting the story surprise you, and knowing you don't have to see the whole map to reach your destination. So if you ever feel like you're flailing around in creative waters, don't worry, just look for the next story buoy. Finally, we celebrate Nnedi Okorafor, the trailblazing author behind Binti and Who Fears Death. She admits, "I'm happiest in chaos, so I'm not a planner. When I write, I don't plan. I don't outline. I just start, and then it just goes where I need it to go. I've learned to trust that process, and it works every time." Nnedi rarely starts at the beginning because outlines feel like creative handcuffs. Instead, she steps into her character's world, explores, and lets the story lead her. Outlines feel confining to me. My character is in that world, and I'm looking through their eyes. All I have to do is look around. Turns out getting lost in your own story is sometimes exactly what it takes to make literary magic. Nnedi shows us that sometimes the only plan you need is to trust the magic that happens when you step into your story and just write. So if your writing process is a little messy, non-linear, or even feels like creative chaos, congratulations, you're part of an incredible club of best-selling authors who trust their intuition. Take this as your permission slip to lean into your process and see just how powerful discovery writing can be. Are you ready to unlock your writing superpowers? Check out this video now, where I break down the surprising strengths of discovery writing and show you how to make them work for your stories.